sitting on a boat by the lake, playing this tiny little guitar I make. Yeah, I'm sitting on a boat by the lake, killing time. Sitting on a boat by the lake, playing this tiny little guitar I make. Yeah, I'm sitting on a boat by the lake, feeling fine.
Hey guys, how's it going? I just wanted to make this video kind of describe a little bit the process that I went through in making this thing for you guys. First off, I started off with a Romeo and Juliet cigar box. I used a total of 3 different woods to make this. It's a combination of rosewood on the outside. You have a piece of purple heart coming down the center. And then you also have some maple, and this maple headstock is a piece that I hand-picked, and the reason why I hand-picked it is because of the grain. You can see exactly the ring pattern, and that would be the center of a piece of wood, or where a branch would be coming out, or a knot, or something of that nature. And for wood enthusiasts, it's a pretty piece. So that's why I hand-picked that little piece to fit it right there in the center. This thing was fun to make. I had a really good time. The one thing that I will say is it is not tuned to a regular ukulele. So that's kind of why I made this video as well, as I'd also like to show you how to tune it. This is tuned to open G, so your top string, which is actually a low string. All the strings, I used basically the pretty good best strings that you can get. These are also the most popular brands, so you should be able to find these around you if you need them. There is an extra string in here because I got a low G instead of a high G. If you listen to your other ukulele, I'm sure this string is a lot higher than what you're gonna hear on this. So if you wanted to pick them up, I will put these in the package with it. That way you guys could reference these and get the same strings if you wanted to. And as far as tuning, it is tuned to an open G, as I said, so it's going to be a G, a B, a D, and then another G, which is the octave above this G. So, there we go. Let's see, and as what I usually do, honestly, is I just have a tuner on my phone, and I'll ring it out and let's see what we get. It should be pretty close. You will have to tune. It is a ukulele. They go out of tune daily. So most instruments you do have to tune before you play it. So I'm sure you know that, but just saying. But here we go. So the top string, which is your lowest sounding string, which would be your G. Alright, moving on to the B, next string down. Now we're going down to the D, string down below that. Okay, and now the final string, the bottom G, which is actually your highest sounding string. Okay, so that's basically how you tune it. A good way to remember what your strings would be is G, B, D, G. So if you use the old adage that music uses a lot is good boys do good. G, B, D, G. Another thing would be, of course, this is fretted a dulcimer fretting, so I removed the sharp and flat notes. You are only going to be able to play in whatever key you are tuned to. So you're tuned to open G. That's a G note without pressing a single thing. You're playing a G chord. So from there, you know that it would go G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and that would be the full scale. Now, the basics of that is plain and simple. You should be able to one finger this thing all the way up and down the neck. Now is what you could do, like for instance, let's say you don't like G, open G, you could also tune it into a different key and you could play it in that key. G is actually the most common key, so I would just stick with G. I gotta tell you, I had a blast making this, and I'm making mine right after this. So thanks for letting me do this, and I had fun. Thanks guys. Bye.